Hi, welcome to day 8 of the What's a Stitch campaign. Today I'm wearing my black and white spotted dress again, my maroon cardigan, and also my longer boots for once. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about why I feel the fast fashion industry has become so successful and the ways in which fast fashion brands and advertisers try to convince us that consuming clothing in such a quick way is what we want as consumers, and how we can kind of break that cycle. So in terms of fast fashion, it's very much a product of the capitalist economy that we live in, and the goal for companies, of course, is always to increase profit margins, and the way to do that is to turn over more product. And one big part of turning over product is getting us to use items more quickly or use up items, and that's a concept which is sometimes called consumerism, where we use items up when they are really meant to be used. So a washing machine is something that you use, and you use it for a long time, whereas you use up food or some other disposable item that can't be used more than once, or that is consumed quite literally. So in the clothing industry, I think is a very, very good example of consumerism. Then I think the fast fashion industry tries to get us to treat clothing like something that is used up, something that has a finite amount of time to be used, not something you can use for years, but something you can use for a few weeks, a few months, and before it's no longer trendy, before it's no longer relevant, before it's no longer useful to you. And the way that they convince us of that is by promoting ideas of materialism, making us feel that we will have some sort of emotional or social need filled by purchasing their products. So that's something that is kind of a tough cycle to break if we feel like, having these clothes is going to make people like me, it's going to help me have friends, it's going to make me feel more confident, it's going to do this, this, and this. It's hard to not want those things if we feel like clothing is the path to them. So I think that sustainable consumption is the solution to that. I think that when you consume sustainably, there's either a higher price tag for ethical brands, fair trade brands, or maybe you are buying secondhand or buying vintage, which means that you really curate those pieces. You look and dig through clothing for those pieces. And I think that really helps us create a distinction between what we think that we want and what we actually enjoy wearing and will wear a lot. Because I do think that the way materialism works is it convinces us not only that we think that we need things that we don't need, but it convinces us to want things that we maybe don't even want. We maybe don't want a lot of this clothing that is trendy, but we feel like we do. We feel like we want to have the emotions or the feelings that advertisers say we are going to get from taking in these products, or that we see other people supposedly having on social media and things like that. So I want to issue a little bit of a challenge for everybody. I want you to, next time you are going to buy clothes, really think, is this something I really, really want? Is it something that I really want to invest my money in? Is it something that I'm really going to wear a lot, or that is really going to be a staple part of my wardrobe and things like that? Something that I can have a very concrete use for in your life, and that you will actually really enjoy, so that you can really start saving yourself money and start saving yourself from that system of buying things that you don't really want. So that was just kind of my 2 cents for today. This is something that I really like to talk about in terms of just why the fast fashion industry has inundated our lives so completely. So that's just something to keep in mind next time you're out shopping. What are the pieces of clothing that you really want and care about and really fit who you are? So thanks for watching day 8 of the What's the Stitch campaign. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye!